This move is a bit weak if the bishop moves away when white plays silver to 7-8 promotes.
ちょっと弱いかもしれませんね。
I think this will be a little complicated when white plays pawn to 8-6 now. Right, white plays pawn to 8-6. Black takes the silver, but white plays knight to 8-5. This is a bit uncomfortable. Thus, black should take the silver, and this is a situation where black does not worry about the bishop being taken. Of course, white has to play pawn drops 5-2 if white has a pawn in hand. However, white does not have one right now. So, white takes the bishop. Black takes a huge loss. Black has lost the bishop and the gold. But black can take this gold. White's pawn on 7-6 will be captured. But if black takes this gold right now, then white will take this important promoted pawn. This is not a favorable situation for black. Well, I still think that black should be able to win in this situation, but it is not easy. Black does not want this promoted pawn to be captured. Black plays promoted pawn to 5-4. The white king must run away. White plays king to 7-5. This feels like a dull move, but it is actually a steady move. Black plays silver drops 6-4. Well, you may think this is better instead of silver drops 6-4. The situation is complicated. For example, white can play pawn to 6-6, so just play strong in order to avoid getting into complications. Just drop a silver. This probably leads to a clear victory. White plays king to 8-4. As the proverb goes, drive the king to the back rank. This ensures black's victory. Black plays rook takes 7-6 and takes a gold back. In this situation, black still suffers the loss of the bishop. However, do not forget that the promoted pawn at 5-4 compensates for the loss of the bishop. This is good enough. Next, probably black will play pawn to 7-5. Thus, white now plays gold drops 7-5. There may be one more disturbance if the rook runs away. What should you do in this situation? Please think for a moment. This is already an endgame. If you let the rook run away because it is threatened with capture, then you have little hope to improve your shogi skill. Right. Black takes this with a silver. White plays pawn takes 7-5. This move still threatens to capture the rook. In order to avoid the rook being taken with a pawn, should black let the rook run away? Run away because the rook is threatened with capture? Black will not be able to win in this handicapped match. Black has 2 golds in hand, so black moves the promoted pawn laterally. Of course, it will be checkmate if white takes the rook. This is a success. Well, as long as you play shogi, it will be too much to ask to win without any sacrifice, with your rook and bishop still alive, and also your king in a very safe condition. Like this situation, it may be ideal to checkmate when you sacrifice the rook and the bishop. If white plays silver drops 8-3 to defend, then black should play rook to 5-4 without panic. Next, if black plays rook to 5-3 promotes, this is a killer move. That's it, because the rook's promotion is inevitable. Thus, black achieves a position where mate is inevitable. Today, the lesson is about white's pawn to 6-5 formation. The formation with pawn on 6-5 may be the problem for white. The next lesson will investigate what happens if white does not play pawn to 6-5. This can be quite troublesome. Thus, we will study formations in which white does not play pawn to 6-5. Good afternoon, everyone. Toshio Miyata presents the two-piece handicap silver tandem strategy. This is my 5th lesson, so I would like to investigate how to attack white's pawn to 8-5 formation. The last time, white played pawn to 6-5 in this situation. Black's attack was very effective. Against white's pawn to 6-5, black plays pawn drops 5-5, pawn takes 5-5, silver takes 5-5. If white plays pawn drops 5-4, black sacrifices a silver and then plays pawn drops 5-5 to capture white's silver. In this situation, white's silver cannot go to 6-5 because white played pawn to 6-5 earlier. Thus, white does not play pawn to 6-5 this time. So, what should white do? Let's suppose a move like pawn to 1-5. We will study a way of attacking in this situation. According to some books, black should play pawn to 4-4 in this situation. If white plays pawn takes 4-4, black plays pawn drops 5-5, pawn takes 5-5, silver takes 5-5. Because white plays pawn takes 4-4, black can play silver takes 4-4 if white plays pawn drops 5-4. This is good enough, but then white plays silver takes 4-4, and black plays bishop takes 4-4. One concern is white's pawn to 8-5 formation. This is a bit of a discontented situation. Black is a bit afraid of white's attack from pawn to 8-6. Thus, we will study another way of attacking. It is possible that black could play rook to 2-9. However, this gets off the subject. So, what should black do? It is not pawn to 4-4 or rook to 2-9. Just float the rook to threaten to capture the gold. This gold is annoying, isn't it? So black's aim is to attack this gold. Since the gold is trying to attack, black should in turn attack the gold. White must do something because this gold is threatened with capture. But pawn to 7-5 is not possible, because then black plays pawn drops 7-7, and the gold dies. Pulling the gold back is the only move. The question is how to attack this gold. Well, black intends to attack, but this fails big time. Black just lost a pawn without any advantage, so it is not a pawn move we are looking for. Black should play knight to 7-7. This is a good move. Black uses the knight to capture the gold. The next move for black is pawn drops 7-6 to threaten to capture. If this gold is exchanged for the knight, white has no chance to win the game. So white must somehow move the gold to a safe square. How about this? White plays knight to 6-5. If black takes this, white can use the gold effectively, and this threatens to capture the rook. This is not considered an attack. This is not a favorable situation. It is not good to take pieces just because they can be taken. The important lesson is to think before doing something. Now black plays pawn to 6-6. Just advance a pawn. The goal here is not take the knight. It is more like let the opponent take the knight. Taking with the bishop is the shape in this situation, but it is a bit weak. Taking with the gold is a strong move. Black's next move is pawn drops 7-6 or knight drops 6-7. Either of these moves can take the gold. Of course, white cannot let black capture the gold now. Moreover, it is not good if the gold is taken with a pawn. However, it is also unfavorable if the gold is taken with a knight. So white is trying to move the gold to a safe square. But black plays pawn to 6-5. If black takes this pawn, the rook will be threatened with capture. Black can play pawn drops 7-6 at this moment, but this is a bit inefficient if black uses the captured pawn. Well, this is not too bad, but black uses the knight to capture instead of the pawn. It will be check when black takes this gold. Black wants to take this gold badly. White will not let black capture this gold. White plays gold to 6-6. Take it. Black plays gold takes 6-6, and white plays pawn takes 6-6. Everyone probably saw this. The next move is to take with either the rook or the bishop. But if black takes with the bishop, then white drops gold on 6-5 to threaten to capture either the rook or the bishop. This will make the situation complicated. Of course, black plays rook takes 6-6 to take it. And white plays pawn drops 6-4. It seems that the knight, which black played to 6-7 previously, will function well in this shape. So the question is, what should black do now? Please pay attention to white's pawn to 8-5. This pawn is critical. If black does not do anything now, white will play gold drops 6-5 to capture the gold. This is not good. A shogi proverb says, drop on the same square where the opponent wants to drop. Black just drops a pawn like this. If white takes it, black plays rook takes 6-5, and white plays pawn drops 6-4.
で6-5、6-4歩。
After this, the rook's promotion will be realized nicely. White's pawn to 8-5 formation is turned to black's own advantage. This is perfect. If white plays king to 7-2, then black plays pawn drops 7-3 to promote the rook. This works out nicely. These moves we studied are a little more difficult. So in the next lesson, we will study some more how to attack white's pawn to 8-5 formation. Good afternoon, everyone. Toshio Miyata presents the two-piece handicap silver tandem strategy. This is the 6th lesson, which concerns how to attack white's pawn to 8-5 formation, and will review what we learned last time. We will continue where we left off last time. In this situation, black can play pawn to 4-4, or rook to 2-9, and then pawn to 2-5. There are many ways to attack. Rook to 5-6 is a new way to attack. Black's aim is to attack this annoying gold. Black plays knight to 7-7. On the next move, black uses a pawn to capture the gold. White plays knight to 6-5. It is important not to take this piece immediately. If black takes the knight, white will use the gold to threaten to capture the rook. This way, black plays pawn to 6-6. This is a good move. Then white plays knight takes 7-7, promotes. Taking it with the bishop is good shape, but black takes it with the gold in this situation. Next, black would like to capture white's gold. It is best if black can take the gold with a pawn, although black's next move will be knight drops 6-7. White has to think of a way to save the gold. White plays knight drops 7-6. This threatens to capture the bishop. It is not good to take this piece. This threatens to capture the gold, but this attack is a bit weak, although black has 2 knights in hand. There are no worries about a move like this. Next, I think that either move should be okay because there is no defense against black's next move, knight drops 6-7. Whether white plays pawn to 8-6 or pawn to 6-5, black is still able to play knight drops 6-7. White plays pawn to 6-5, and then black plays knight drops 6-7. Black wants to drop a knight here. Dropping a knight here is a key point. If white plays like this, the situation will not be too bad for black. If black can take the gold, the attack can proceed in some way, but it is not necessary to rush. For instance, pawn takes 6-5, silver takes 6-5, rook to 5-9. This is good enough. White's king is vulnerable because there is no gold around it. Black's knight drops on 6-7 can check white's king in the next turn when it takes the gold. This is a good move. Well, white plays gold to 6-6, of course. There follows gold takes 6-6, pawn takes 6-6, rook takes 6-6. Let's advance the silver, although white will drop a pawn. If you look at this situation carefully, you will notice that black's gold was at 7-8, and white's gold was at 7-6. Black was able to exchange this gold for white's gold. This situation, with the gold remaining on 7-8 and the silver being captured, occurred frequently in an old tactic. However, the king's defense is weak if this silver disappears. So I would like everyone to strive to exchange golds in this situation. Now white advances the silver. This attack is very clear-cut. This may seem too slow, but it is enough to win. As in the last lesson, this pawn drop on 6-5 is a key move. If white takes this pawn, black's rook will be able to invade. There is no way to defend. If white plays king to 7-2, black plays pawn drops 7-3, and the rook's promotion results. The rook's promotion is guaranteed without any sacrifice. This is a great success. White plays knight drops 7-3 to set up a guard for the pawn at 8-5. Well then, if black takes this pawn because it gives check, it may be trouble because then black lets white advance the silver. As you can see, white will play gold drops 6-5. For example, if black plays rook to 5-6, white plays gold drops 6-5 and drops a pawn. This is not a favorable situation for black. Also, white's king becomes more stable and its defense becomes stronger. The point of this situation is not to take the pawn at 6-4. Just play this move. Black plays pawn drops 5-5. If white takes this pawn, then of course black takes it back with the knight. It may be okay if black uses the silver to recapture. This is favorable. Black's attacking pieces can advance forward naturally in this case. Let white take this pawn, and black just moves the rook one square to the right. This move allows all four pieces, bishop, rook, knight, and silver, to aim at 5-5. This will be a very strong attack. What should white do? If white plays pawn takes 5-5, black takes it with the knight. Well, with the silver. Black can drop a pawn on this file at 6-4. If white plays silver takes 6-4 or moves the king back, then black plays silver takes 5-4. This turns out to be an easy endgame. Let's drop a gold here. This threatens to capture the rook. It is not favorable to let white take the rook. Let's try this because black will not let white take the rook. However, if black plays this kind of move, white takes the knight. The loss of a knight is a big disadvantage. We don't feel good when white's silver dodges black's attack like this, even though black plays pawn takes 5-4, do we? Next, white can block the bishop's path by playing pawn 6-6. We will talk about a move against gold drops 6-6 in the next lesson. This is already an endgame. Since it is already an endgame, how should black approach this? In the next lesson, we will study how to finish the endgame. Good afternoon, everyone. Toshio Miyata presents the two-piece handicap strategy called Silver Tandem. This is the 7th lesson, which shows an attack against white's pawn to 8-5 formation. We will also study an endgame arising from this situation. Last time, black played pawn drops 6-5, aiming for the rook's promotion. If white plays pawn takes 6-5, black can play rook takes 6-5, then rook takes 8-5 to realize the rook's promotion. White plays knight drops 7-3 to protect the pawn at 8-5. It would be a mistake in this situation to take pieces without a second thought. This can lead to an unfavorable situation. Black cannot win this game if the situation becomes like this. So, just let white take the pawn at 6-5. Black plays pawn drops 5-5. When white plays pawn takes 6-5, black moves the rook to 5-6. This move allows black to use the rook, bishop, silver, and knight effectively as attacking pieces. All these pieces aim at 5-5. This is an extremely strong attack. If white plays pawn takes 5-5, black plays silver takes 5-5 to be able to continue attacking. Last time, white played pawn takes 6-5, then gold drops 6-6. It is not good if the rook or bishop moves away in a situation like this. In the endgame, you should think about sacrificing the major pieces, rook and bishop. Black sacrifices the bishop by playing bishop takes 6-6. White takes the bishop, but black must not take this pawn. In the endgame phase, you should target the opponent's defending pieces. In this case, white's silver at 5-3 is the target. Of course, black plays pawn takes 5-4, and white plays silver takes 5-4. Let's play this move. This is a very unfavorable situation. Black will lose this game. It is not good to play dull moves like this. However, it is a bit early to sacrifice the rook now. On second thought, it is going to be an unreachable victory, but there is a tactical usage of a pawn in this situation. Here, black plays pawn drops 6-4. This is a perfect move. Well, let's take it. After white takes it, black drops a gold here.
しっかり打ってください。
The only choice white has is silver takes 5-5. Take it with the silver. If black takes it with the rook, the situation may become complicated when white plays gold drops 5-4. That's why black should take it with the silver. Black will be less likely to make a mistake by playing this move. The only choice white has is to retreat the king, retreat to 6-3 or 5-3. Incidentally, if white plays king to 6-5, then black plays rook takes 6-6. This is checkmate. A player of the white pieces who plays a move like this is not qualified to give a handicap. So the move is going to be either king to 6-3 or king to 5-3. Black advances the silver to 5-4. This is one move from checkmate if black plays gold drops 6-3. If white plays king to 7-2, then the least desirable move for black in this situation is silver to 5-3 promotes. This is not good because the promoted silver prevents the rook from promoting. Play a more efficient move. This is a good move. Drop a pawn. This is probably the right move. White cannot play pawn drop 6-2 because there is a white pawn at 6-6. Or, I prefer this move. Drop a silver. It may be better to drop a silver than a pawn because a silver prevents white's king from running away through 7-5. Well, there is nothing white can do. If white plays pawn takes 6-7 promotes, it is an easy endgame for black. Actually, this will be checkmate. This is a favorable situation for black. If white plays gold drop 6-2, just add more attacking pieces. This is good enough. A gold for a gold, another piece in hand for the attack. It is good enough that black takes a gold. White does not have a way to defend if black plays silver to 6-3 promotes in the next turn. Black's pieces in hand are a gold and a silver. White plays king to 5-3. This may be a bit troublesome. If white plays king to 4-2, and king to 3-1, and king to 2-2,